Section 1.5 is function arithmetic. This is basically a notation. 1.5 is function arithmetic. This is really just function notation continued. We're going to look at sum and difference of functions first. The way you should think about it is a function f of x plus some other function g of x. This is usually how you will see it and how I will write it, but you could also write it as f plus g, add the functions together, and plug in x. This is a sum. What does difference look like? The same thing with the minus sign. It's not really worth writing the whole thing over, so I'll just write a plus minus right here. And we'll do an example with this. Product quotient, really similar. I'll write it in the expanded form first. So you could see them multiplied together. Now, if things appear next to each other, they're generally multiplied. You could put a dot in between to signify multiplication. So this is f times g. You could see it, although hardly ever. It's very uncommon to see it written like this. You're generally going to see it written as f of x times g of x, not as f times g of x. And quotient, really similar. fx divided by g of x. And it would be written like this. And this only makes sense when g of x is not equal to 0. So that's sum rule, product quotient rule, and now difference quotient is, you've seen it before, fx plus h minus fx, so it's the difference of these functions divided by h, and that's the difference quotient. So we're going to do an example now. We're going to start out with the function f of x is x squared, g of x will be 3 minus x. And we're going to find f minus g of x. So all we're going to do is write out in the expanded form fx minus gx. And what is f of x? X squared. What is g of x? 3 minus x. Now, don't be lazy with your grouping. This is f minus the entire g of x function. And of course, you can distribute the negative sign. X squared minus 3 plus x. Two negatives make a positive, and I recommend that you definitely show this step in between so you don't forget to swap one of the signs. Last up, we're going to do a product, g times f of x. So we're going to write it out in expanded form, g of x times f of x. There's not very much to do here, just write out g of x, 3 minus x, f of x, x squared. Now, you can't leave it like this. You need to multiply them together, so we wrap them up in parentheses. That means multiply. And we can expand if we want to. 3x squared minus x cubed. Both of these are correct, just depends on what form would be more convenient at the moment.